Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today, 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441. Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial, the Horace Mann Companies, are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Have a car with only one key or remote and want a second or third, but you don't want to wait hours at a dealership to pay outrageous prices? Then give Keys & More a call at 317-504-9793. Keys & More has a variety of services for you at amazing prices. We can create lost keys, remotes, or proximity keys, duplicate current keys, provide 24-hour lockout services, and even snowplow services. Remember, Keys & More, 317-504-9793. 185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beat Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting the things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador fund, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors! Looking for the fastest internet? Then call Kevin Hood of Metronet at 317-908-4635. Kevin Hood believes that honesty and loyalty are important when developing a relationship with a new customer. He won't put the typical salesman pressure on you. He's polite and very respectful. Kevin Hood has helped more than 1,000 people in Franklin, Whiteland, and Greenwood get the best deals Metronet offers. Look him up on the app nextdoor.com and see all the positive reviews people give him. Call Kevin Hood of Metronet today at 317-908-4635 to get the best deals, including 100% fiber optic internet and TV today.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment that you captured, just let it slip. Yo, his palms are sweaty.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Plainfield High School as we start game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight of the girls-boys Mid-State Conference clash between your Warriors boys basketball team as they come over here to play Plainfield Quakers in this second game. Your Lady Warriors won 48-37 in the first game tonight, and again, I'm joined by Butch Dyke and our producer, Chad Shapson. And before I get to Butch real quick, about 3.5 minutes left here before the game will start. Had a chance yesterday to meet with Matt Wadsworth and get his thoughts. I want to make sure I get that interview in here real quick, and I get some thoughts from Butch about that here immediately after. You're listening to Whiteland Basketball, and here is what Matt had to say earlier today. We're here with Coach Matt Wadsworth, boys basketball coach for Whiteland. And, Coach, take us back to the game against Perry Meridian on Tuesday night here at home and kind of your thoughts of that game. It was a tough loss in overtime.
I think when you look back to the game, one of the challenges we faced was it was the first time we'd seen a zone defense. You know, that was something that over the course of, the 4 or 5 days leading up to the game, we invested a lot of time in playing against that. But until you see it in a game situation, you're not 100% prepared. I thought the players adjusted well to playing against that throughout the game. I think we had success in the second half when we started to defend the perimeter better, force some shutouts, and hit some open three-point shots on our end.
Friday night, tonight, you go over to Plainfield. It's kind of a different routine tonight because you got the girls' varsity game right before your game. And does that impact you guys in any way in terms of your preparation mentally or anything because you don't have the JV game before and your numbers and all that? Or is it just the same old for you tonight?
I think the one thing it changes is just the routine of when you get there, you typically shoot on the court beforehand. we won't be able to do that. But at the same time, it prepares you down the road for sectional games. You know, when you play in sectional, you don't get an opportunity to warm up beforehand other than the 20 minutes on the court. So I think mentally learning how to adjust to things that are outside of your routine is important to learn how to do.
Once again, we're joined by Coach Wadsworth, boys basketball coach here for Whiteland. And tonight, obviously, you have Plainfield. Talk a little bit about their team and your thoughts tonight of the Keys.
Their coach I have a lot of respect for. Andy Weaver's been a head coach for a long time, and he's done a good job everywhere he's been. You know, Plainfield is a program and team that over the past 4 or 5 years has gotten better with each game and each year. You know, this year in Gavin Bizot, they feature an Indiana All-Star, you know, Division I prospect, 6'11" player that can handle the ball, shoot from the outside. You know, they also have a nice returning guard in Trey Davis, a guy that I think if you leave him open can hit a lot of three-point shots. So defenses have to focus on those two guys. But I just think one thing that impressed me in their game against Tri-West is, you know, they're a physical team and they're a big team. They have guards that are, you know, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and that'll present some challenges for us tonight.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking the time. We'll talk to you again here later on. Thank you.
And after the interview with Coach Wadsworth, I now bring in my color guy for Game 2, who, by the way, did a phenomenal job in the girls' game, and it has been an honor to work with you. It's been a blast, so I appreciate it. One, Butch Zyke, and Butch, your thoughts on what your Coach Wadsworth had to say?
Well, I think length is so important in games. You know, length determines a lot of times passing angles. Length determines, you know, if you get a rebound or not.
We're going to have the national anthem here, Butch. So we have the national anthem for a second time, but you can never have it too many times, and pay tribute to America. And the pep band once again did a phenomenal job. And since we didn't have it actually on live in the first one because I thought the mic was up. But anyway, Butch, I'm sorry I cut you off there. What were you saying?
Well, I think that length is really important, and especially defensively. But it sounds like we just got a little role reversal here. Plainfield had to handle the lady, Plainfield people had to handle Mackenzie Blazak, a little, good post player. And it sounds like we're going to have to handle a 6'11" post player that's a Division I. So it's kind of a little bit different. It'll be interesting to see if we can bring the big kids out and, take advantage of them out on the floor.
Well, and I talked to Matt off before the interview, and he's really, really pleased how this team is coming along. The record's 0-2, but you lose Mike Valle after last year. You lose Aaron Gross after last year. He's got to find somebody else who's going to step up and give you some points off the bench, and he feels like that's coming. But this team defensively doesn't quit, and that's evident of how they were down big against Perry Meridian. They worked their way back there in that second half to force it to overtime.
They play hard, and I've kind of been really impressed with Carter Crow. Carter's been able to shoot the ball from the outside. I know that he had 4 threes in the fourth quarter against Perry. And, hopefully that will help neutralize their big kid. Maybe they can bring him out on the floor. And if he doesn't come out, Carter can hit a few threes to help us out.
Yeah, Bizot is a big guy.
I've also been impressed with Brandon Neal. he's he's a scorer. I don't know exactly what I would say, what kind of a player he is, but I would say he's a scorer.
He's a slasher who can knock down the outside shot. It's probably a 3 ultimately.
Absolutely.
And Bizot for Plainfield gets that. As the ball goes over to Siegfried. Your starters for Whiteland are Riley Higdon, Elijah Witherspoon, Brendan Neal, Noah Hale, and Carter Crow. And steal by Riley Higdon right off the bat pass by Gavin Bizot from the right baseline corner. Crow with the ball, right side. Got a little hand check call here on Sam Siegfried for Plainfield.
What I see as interesting is Bizot is guarding one of our small kids. So I think that they're going to make sure that somebody that's quick enough can take Carter Crow, out of the game a little bit.
Well, we're one of those teams that we're going to live and die by how well we shoot the ball because we're a small team.
Right.
But we have to be able to get the cuts to the bucket and attack the bucket. We can't rely on the jump shot from the outside.
And that's where Coach Weaver has the big kids staying in there, and being able to help defend a little bit against the post.
So that foul there was on Trey Davis for Plainfield, and that forces Riley Higdon to go to the free throw line, and he knocks down the first free throw for Whiteland. And just like in the girls' game, Whiteland's on the board first, 1-0. Higdon's second free throw rolls around, and it goes in. Score 2-0, 7:26 left. Kudos to Chad Shapson and the job that he does, and I know I say this over and over again, but folks, if you knew the way we have set up this video to work, it's working pretty well with a 10-year-old camcorder. If anybody wants to donate a brand new HD camcorder to the program, I'll make sure you get all the sponsorship recognition you need. But we're doing this with 10-year-old HD camera, and it looks pretty good out there. Nice move there by Gavin Bizot on the post, and no answer defensively to that one, Butch.
No, the size there, and he got the ball out on the wing and was able to drive it to the basket. And if he can do both those, he's going to be a tough matchup for the night.
Nice feed from Higdon to Brendan Neal on the cut there, and the foul was on Owen Litzelman. That's his third team foul already on Plainfield. Neal with the drive, looking for the flush, and he gets blocked by Bizot. Quickly up the floor, finds Siegfried underneath, and it's in 2-2. So is that a situation that Neal was trying to challenge Bizot for the foul situation and go right at him, or did he legitimately think he had the flush?
Well, I think that you've got to challenge him. If you just stand outside, you're eventually going to miss too many shots and have a chance to win the game. So I think you have to drive it at him every once in a while.
Plainfield lost their one and only game of the year so far, 69-67 at Tri-West, right after Thanksgiving. Nice drive there by Braden Chapman. And Coach Wazer's going to take the timeout. We're going to take the timeout as well here. Score 6-2 Plainfield, 6:23 left, first quarter action.
Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial of the Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401K, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859.
Welcome back here to the Warrior Beat Sports Network. Keys and more in-game broadcast. Chris Wood, Butch Syke with you tonight as Coach Wadsworth calls that timeout 6-2. Trailing Plainfield. And you can't say Whiteland hasn't gone at the bucket.
Coach, called that timeout because we did not do a very good job in transition. They've, beat us up down the floor twice for layups, and they're going to do the same thing here.
Here goes Siegfried. Crow gets back, but Siegfried goes up and knocks it down 8-2.
And we've really not gotten a good shot at the basket yet.
The one thing I think has been that I've observed in this team and the game that I saw earlier is it really looks like it's a team that it takes a while to figure out what it needs to do. And can they just stay close enough? And they were down, 16 or 18 to Perry Meridian. And right there, they knocked down the bucket and get the lead down 8-4.
Yeah, Riley Higdon did a nice job on the pull-up.
Davis to Siegfried. Oh, Siegfried thought the backdoor cut was there, but Litzelman saved it. Bizot trying to hit Siegfried, no good. And there's a turnover.
Yep, that's probably making one too many passes. Bizot, I think, should just go ahead and shoot that ball. But I'm glad he didn't.
.5:15 left, 8-4. Plainfield is your score in the boys' game. The girls won 48-37. They go 7-1 in the season. Neal to the drive to the bucket, up and in. Starting to kind of feel some adjustments here for the Warriors.
That was a nice set play by Coach.
Davis to Bizot, up and flushes it. The student section loves that.
Yeah. We've either got to front him or stay behind him. We can't get caught.
Higdon pulls up short. Says he got deflected. Higdon gets it back because Carter Crow deflects it. Crow spots up for the three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Mason Naaman for Plainfield. Siegfried on the left side. Over to Naaman. Down to Bizot. Baseline, turnaround jumper. Rolls in and out. And nice block out there by Higdon. Neal as well, but particularly Riley Higdon, Butch.
That's exactly right. The ball bounces on the floor on the checkout. That's really a great job.
Carter Crow is really coming in and knocking down that outside shot. Off the assist there from Higdon. Cuts that lead down to 10-9. So Whiteland on a little 5-0 run.
In the half court, the kids are doing a nice
Steal
job
by Hale.
defensively.
Absolutely. Neal pushes it up. 3-on-3. And that's just two guys going for the same spot on the floor, but Noah Hell's going to feel that one for a while.
It was a nice off-tackle play, really.
Coach Fisher will like him.
Yes, absolutely. That was a pretty nice tackle.
10-9, 3:48 left. First quarter. Higdon and the Neal. Neal left wing three. Good. Thanks again to CDI, Center for Diagnostic Imaging, for sponsoring all threes. The second of the game. 2 in the last 3 possessions by Whiteland. Siegfried goes no good. Rebound by Crow. Whiteland has a chance. Actually, took the lead 12-10. Excuse me on that. And Chase Ferguson, the sophomore. This is someone the coach was talking about, Butch. The sophomore, I had him in 8th grade when I coached these guys. The sophomore group that really is starting to come in his own and feels like is someone he contributed. I think it was 4 or 6 points in that game against Perry, but gave him some good minutes off the bench as a young guy and wants to try to get him a little more of an opportunity tonight if possible, I think.
Every time I've seen Chase play, and I've seen him play in the middle school, he will absolutely play hard. He will make sure that he does things right defensively. And, coming in as a 6th man, that's probably a really good spot for him.
Fouls on Carter Crow, his first, and only the first foul on Whiteland in the 3:08 mark of the first quarter.
That's good. We need to make sure we stay with that because we don't need to put him on the line.
Siegfried with the bucket makes it 12-12. 3-minute mark left here, first quarter. Higdon to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon to Neal. Neal floats out. Now Neal takes it to the bucket, goes after Bizot. Bizot deflects it. Block number 2 against Brennan Neal. Davis, pull up 3. Good.
Probably going to have to make sure that when we take that ball inside that we stop and try to take the little 8 or 10 footer, because Bizot's done a nice job of changing shots, blocking shots, and just probably need to try to do something else.
Neal goes. Yeah, I think we're taking almost maybe 2 dribbles too much. Make him commit, get somebody diving, or look for that person opposite block or something versus going right at him, that extra dribble.
I think you have to go right at him, but I think once he commits, then you've got to drop it.
Boer to Siegfried. Siegfried wants the foul there. And it's just a turnover. 15-12, Plainfield leading Whiteland.
Once again, I think the Warriors are playing good half-court defense. I mean, I know the Quakers have got 15 points. Most of those are on transition now.
Higdon. Pull up his second air ball in a row. Schurig to Bizot. Bizot a little up and under. Gets stripped by Higdon or Crow, one of the two. Weatherspoon quickly up to Brendan Neal. Neal goes all the way up and in. Good. 15-14 now, Plainfield.
Neal is just such a good scorer. You go to the basket, he's so quick, handles the ball well.
Davis, three-pointer, rolls in. 18-14, 1:21 left here first quarter. High pick and roll to Crow. Crow pops out high on it. Takes a three, knocks it down. Carter Crow really coming in his own. Coach spoke so highly of how he's matured on that shot here this offseason. Boer, nice little move. Gets it to Davis. Davis knocks it down again.
Davis kind of dominated here the last 3 minutes. Coach has been pretty, been right on about how good he is and how good of a shooter he is.
Higdon to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon's one of those guys I think he needs to step up and get a little bit more. There, Chase Ferguson reverse pass, no good. On the reverse layup attempt, no good, Davis pulls up out of control. There's going to be a foul in the paint going for the rebound, it looks. Away from the ball, away from the shot. Congratulations to the Whiteland girls varsity competition cheerleading team for advancing to nationals again down at Disney World. I believe that's in February again this year, but it'll be their third year. They finished, Butch, 7th or 8th in the nation last year?
Yes. Their cheerleading, Jen does a great job with our cheerleaders. We just got a break. They put the ball in play. We had 6 people on the floor. And a little bit of good officiating by Steve Corrier and, made us get our 6th player off the floor before they teched us.
Luke Helton checking in for Whiteland. 13 seconds left here. Plainfield going for the last shot, leading by 3, 20-17, down to 8 seconds. And we got a travel call here. I know one thing, Siegfried likes to complain about every call.
Is that right?
He has complained to the official at least 3 times that quarter on either a bad call or a missed call.
That gets old. I remember a comment that Sam Wiley used to tell me. He says, I've never, ever had an official get better because I yelled at him. And that's a...
Ferguson, 2 seconds, 1 second. And scored the end of one in the boys' game between Plainfield and Whiteland. Plainfield Quakers 20, your Warriors 17. Come back to the second quarter and 185 Promotions and Apparel game summary from that first quarter here in just a second here on Warrior Beat Sports.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beat Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels in spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting of things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador fund, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
Welcome back here to Plainfield High School as your Warriors are taking on the Plainfield Quakers in boys basketball. Score is 20-17 Plainfield, and 185 Promotions and Apparel game summary from that first quarter. It would be in my opinion, Butch, you tell me differently, but I would say it would have to be the attempt to go after the bucket and try to get Bizot in some foul trouble. But so far he's been able to handle that quite well, and they've scored some buckets in transition as a result of that.
I would say that's absolutely correct. You take a situation where he's at least blocked 3 shots and he's affected at least 3 others.
Yes.
And those are 6 shots that we did not get, and we're all on possible transitions.
So the Warriors start the second quarter with Hale, Carter, Neal, Helton, and Higdon. Neal travels. Got a little fancy with the footwork on the ball handling there instead of just making the move, I think.
Yep, he tried to penetrate, and like I said, just traveled. Had the right idea.
Have Brennan in class as well, just a young man who sits back, relaxes. Great student.
That's good to hear because he's a really good basketball player.
No one is as quiet as what Mike Valle was in the classroom. But Michael was a phenomenal student as well. Number 3 there by Plainfield makes it 23-17. Hayden drives, and you're going to have a foul here for sure on Aiden Boer, the freshman for Plainfield. That's the 4th team foul on Plainfield. Again, Whiteland just has 2 here, Butch.
Riley did a nice job of trying to take that ball to the basket, had him out of position, and, to draw the foul. And Riley's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Riley's first free throw rolls out on the back of the rim.
As I jinxed him.
That's what you're supposed to do in broadcasting. You don't want to, but you always jinx.
Mm-hmm.
And Higdon knocks down that second one, like you said, a pretty good free throw shooter, and he showed it on that one.
Yes. His form's excellent. Got a nice touch. First 2 free throws he hit, he rolled them in and got shooter's touch on it.
Kyle Shipp, the girls varsity coach, the victor 48-37 over Plainfield, is hopefully going to get a chance to join us here sometime this quarter of the game.
Do a little half, 1, 2, 2, 3/4 court trap.
Nice ball movement. Siegfried gets it and puts it in on the extra pass. Higdon drives up and in and one. Riley's showing up to play this game.
He sure has, and the little freshman kid's having trouble with him.
Riley, freshman year, sophomore year, not as much junior year, but freshman, sophomore year, much more of just a jump shot shooter, and has become much more aggressive last year in particular so far this year. So scores 25-20. Higdon going for the and one, and he does. Makes it 25-21. 6:49 left here in the game, in the half. Litzelman to Bizot. Bizot back to Siegfried. Right wing 3 up and short off the front of the rim. Crow blocked him out well. Just the long arms and the height that Bizot gets still to him at 6'11". The Siegfried drives, and it's going to be a foul on the floor here by Noah Hale.
That is a perfect example of what we talk about length. Carter Crow did everything right, had him blocked out far from the basket, and Bizot was able just to reach over over him and get the ball.
Elijah Letterstone back in the game for Luke Helton. Chase Ferguson back in the game as well for Whiteland. Maple finally gets it in. Bizot takes the long 3. And there's going to be a foul here. I think it's a good call on Owen Litzelman.
I know Bizot can probably hit those threes.
Why does he need to be out there at 6'11" when our tallest guy is 6'4"?
Well, I want him to take those shots right now.
Well, I agree with you, but if I'm their coach, why?
Yeah. Once again, being out there obviously gets him off the board, but it also takes care of, the length problem.
And this is true. Higdon Neal. Pick and roll here. Ferguson. Higdon drives in the paint, finds Chase Ferguson, little baseline jumper. Good shot, just didn't go. Chase sometimes gets a little bit of pushing that ball versus getting arching that ball, but he had his feet set, he squared up, he took it. I thought it was a good-looking shot from up here, just didn't knock it down.
It's a shot that he has to take.
Exactly.
Because if not, then they're going to be playing 5-on-4, and he has to take that shot.
Naaman. Hale, the deflection. Naaman gets it back.
Now we've got to recover.
Down to Brock Bizot, the 6'7" junior. So the Bizot brothers are 6'7" and 6'11".
It's a nice pair to have, isn't it?
If your parents, it's expensive.
You might be able to pass down some of that stuff, though.
Brock Brazeau's first shot is no good off the free throw line. That foul was on Elijah Weatherspoon, his second. Coach not making a change yet. Brock Brazeau's second is good. Makes that lead 26-21, 5:40 left here. First half action. Neal attacks that elbow. Got up in the air and didn't know what he was going to do with it.
Nope, that's a fundamental mistake when you jump up in the air and have no idea what you're going to do with it.
And we welcome into the broadcast one victorious coach of the girls' game, Kyle Shipp, 48-37 victors over Plainfield. And Coach Shipp, first off, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you feel about the officiate? I don't go there with you. Sorry, joke. Anyway, how'd you think your girls did? You had Libby Baker that had 2 fouls. You had Mackenzie Blasey got 2 fouls there. We were talking about how we thought we were going to see a big run by Plainfield on the full court pressure in that first quarter, and it seemed like your girls really calmed down and made up for it defensively and clamped down. What are your thoughts?
I thought we really settled in, and I think, Michaela Adams and who was our other sub in there, Madeline Napier in there, did a really nice job in the second quarter, not allowing them to extend the lead, but really close the gap to where it was tied at halftime. And then, like you said, all year we've kind of leaned on our defense, and they just got stops, and we did a really nice job just taking care of the basketball in the second quarter and finding a way to get a couple scores here and there with Mackenzie on the bench.
Noah Hill drives in for that bucket and kind of a spin move up high off the glass. No good. Rebound by Plainfield to Davis. Weatherspoon almost gets it. Weatherspoon's got 2 fouls there. Is this going to be on Noah Hill, which is what it probably should be, or is it going to be on Elijah Weatherspoon? That's the question.
20.
So, on Noah Hill, thank you. So, you go in the locker room at halftime. What are you telling the girls?
We really just said calm down. We had 12 turnovers in the first half. And we just wanted them to calm down. We were doing fine on the defensive side, like I said, and then we just wanted to make a small little adjustments on the offensive end where we could get Mackenzie the ball a little bit further away from the basket. So now she could attack, or we could play our high-low game with Tony. And I think in the third quarter she scored 4 points, and then again in the fourth quarter she scored another one off of that. So, just little small things that I think changed the game for us a little bit.
Higdon with the ball here. Over to Luke Helton, is checked back in. Neal thinking about taking his guy one-on-one. Doesn't. Over to Higdon. Higdon gets to that elbow. Free throw line. Pops back out to Helton, who can knock down that shot. Helton's 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound by Siegfried. All the way to the bucket. Up and in. 28-21, Butch. Going a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, they do. And I think, the big boy, the Brazeau boy, is guarding, Luke Helton. And I think Luke can take him outside and hit that shot. I think that's an advantage for us because the 2 big kids have just been standing inside waiting for us to drive. So I think this might be a good move if Luke will hit us a couple shots.
So Riley Higdon's going to be at the free throw line here for us. The foul is on Cameron Schurig for Plainfield. Riley hits that first, makes it 28-22.
Well, I'm not saying he's a good free throw shooter. I jinxed him the last time.
Once again, we're joined by Kyle Shipp, girls varsity coach, in the big win 48-37 as Higdon knocks down that second free throw. And Kyle, we'll keep it here real quick during this timeout and let you get back to you need to. We appreciate you joining us. Last question for you. When you go through your preparation for this game and your scouting report, what was the biggest surprise in what they did? Was there anything that you saw that you weren't anticipating, or was it pretty much what you expected as your opponent today?
I really didn't think they would sag as much as they did off of Libby Baker. They really just took Libby's girl and just set her in front of Mackenzie, especially after Libby had some decent games. Against Decatur, she had 12, and then coming back against Roncalli had a nice little outing as well. So at the beginning, I think that threw us off a little bit on our offensive end too, is because they just took Libby Baker's girl and just set her in front of Mackenzie. So getting her out of the game, getting another offensive threat in the game at times too was another thing that we did in the second quarter as well. But Not really. I mean, we knew they were going to diamond press us. We knew that 23 could hit an open shot. We knew that 42 was probably their second best player. So, they played like they had been playing here recently, which was really pretty well at home. So, again, a good win for us, 2-0 in the mid-state. That's what,
That's the biggest thing. 2-0 mid-state, 7-1 in the season, but and who do you have next? I haven't a chance to look at the schedule. So
we play Triton Central on Tuesday, and then we go Martinsville on Saturday at home, which will be a huge mid-state. They won the mid-state last year, won the sectional, and returned everybody.
Against you guys.
Yeah. So, a really big matchup on Saturday, but we got to make sure we take care of business on Tuesday.
Against Triton, which will not be – you look at a 2A school, you think 2A school, but they're one of the best 2A schools in the state year in and year out.
Number 2 right now, so and I believe they're undefeated. So.
Well, Kyle, we appreciate you taking a few minutes. Congratulations. Great win tonight, 48-37. Hope W. Baker, everybody's good for Tuesday, and thanks again for joining us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. Butch, quick thought on what you heard from Coach?
Well, I couldn't agree with him more. I think that exactly what he said in moving McKenzie up, helped tremendously with giving her some freedom of movement. I think also getting their second-best player in foul trouble in the first quarter, helped us tremendously to get back in the game. And, sometimes that is by design, by taking it to her. And I think that's what they did a little bit.
Riley Higdon just picked up his second foul of this game, and Whiteland also just put Plainfield in bonus for the rest of the half, Scores 33-26, 3:10 left here as we kind of transition to the side there.
Losing Riley is big because he's been our best offensive player, obviously. Not only hitting jump shots, but penetrating and throwing the ball out to open people.
Well, Weatherspoon now has to step up as your point guard, which he had a lot of time last year to do in the second half of the season, as well as Noah Hale. We expected to pick that up a little bit. Brennan Neal's free throws, nothing but net. As Tyler Maple checks back in for Cameron Schurig for Plainfield. 33-27 is your score, 3:06 left. Neal's second free throw, he knocks that down. Those were perfect. 33-28, down by 5, Butch.
Down by 5, and we've gotten a lot of our points off the free throw line, and that's, the penetration and the driving. I think overall we may be a little quicker than they are, and if we can continue to drive it and not let the big guy block them, that's something that will help us.
Helton for the 3, no good. Rebound by Davis for Plainfield.
That's a shot Luke's got to take, even though it's in transition.
And Mason Naaman goes up for that, doesn't get it, and then we have a foul on Tyler Maple. His first, the 9th on Plainfield. So Butch, continue this year. We're going to be in double bonus here for a minute and a half or so. See if we can take advantage of it.
Yeah, we do need to take advantage of that.
And we don't. But for Whiteland, Nick Anger is in the game, is the one that missed that free throw.
But he hustled back up and got the ball back for us.
Nick had a very good, strong game. Luke Helton just trying to throw it in for the official, as everybody said. That's trying to get the advantage. Nick Anger had a very good first game at the varsity level against Mount Vernon. I don't quite know exactly how he did. I don't have my stats in front of me against Perry, but I know Coach was pleased as a whole with his play.
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen an official guard an out-of-bounds player not let him throw the ball in.
Brennan Neal, a nice little curl turn around jumper there in the paint. Makes it 33-30, Butch, down to 3 again.
Exactly. And, Plainfield sort of went to one-on-one type of offense right here. And it's really helped us because they're getting one shot. Now they've got the rebound back here, but they've been just getting one shot with that.
And we've prevented them from getting the quick transition bucket as well.
Absolutely. Sometimes when you make baskets, that helps with them not getting the quick transition. And we've kept taking care of the ball.
So Gavin Bizot is going to shoot the free throws here. The foul being on Brennan Neal, his first for Whiteland. And after that, it's going to be a foul on Luke Helton as Bizot goes the free throw line again.
I think Carter Crow got hit in the nose.
Well, he's okay because he ripped down that rebound in a pretty aggressive way.
Yeah.
Hale brings it up the left side. Crow thought about the three. Back over to Anger. Anger back out high to Weatherspoon. Back to Hale. Hale squares up, shoots the three. Thought about it, I think, a little bit too much there. Rebound by Mason Naaman for Plainfield.
That was a big possession for us with, less than 2 minutes to go.
Minute 20 exact left here in the first half. Bizot goes in. Crow just can't stop that. He's trying to side saddle him. You got to front him or you got to play behind him.
And then what you do, then you've got to run a second person in at him.
Yep. Anger with the ball, hits the elbow. Back out to Hale. Get the floor balance. Neal, three, top of the key. It rolls in and out, no good. Hale gets it, but kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be Plainfield ball. We had it down 33-30, Butch. They've got a little 4-0 run here, back up 37 with 55.3 seconds left here in first half action.
Well, we missed 2 threes on the situation, and you live by the three and you die by the three. We talked about the game being a game of streaks, and we're allowing Plainfield to have a few streaks right here.
Davis, to Siegfried to Naaman. Naaman drives, finger roll, front of the rim, good. 39-30. That was better team ball.
Absolutely. The ball moved side to side.
Anger with the ball, going for one here. Down 39-30, 20 seconds left here in first half. Stay tuned for the Baileywood Finance Group halftime show. Brennan Neal drives baseline to Hale. Shot fake, goes up, elbow jumper, no good. And Davis gets the rebound and hits the shot clock above the goal, and we are at halftime. On that note, scores 39-30 Plainfield over your Warriors. Take this timeout from Baileywood Finance Group. We'll come back and talk about that first half action and probably reflect a little more about the girls' game as well, since we didn't get a chance to do much of that between these broadcasts here. Listen to Whiteland basketball here on Warrior Beat Sports.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beat Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting the things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador fund, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
If an individual student athlete or team wins a high school state championship, it's an amazing thing.
And it goes in! It goes in!
It's also just the icing on the cake. That's because young people in Indiana who participate in education-based athletics are already winners. Studies show that win or lose, participation helps to impart skills they can use to enjoy greater success in other areas of their lives. School sports teach the benefits of teamwork, the value of self-motivation, and the importance of accountability. They also help to foster stronger work habits and higher levels of self-esteem. In other words, the true value of school sports can't be measured in terms of wins or losses. If an individual or team goes to state, it's an incredible accomplishment. But regardless of the outcome, today's student athletes are already destined to go far. School sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 at Olive Branch Road, Warrior Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee. Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beat Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
Hey, you're a fan. Crazy about your team, right? Well, when you need a home loan to buy or refinance, you need a lender that is passionate about helping you and your family. Bailey & Wood Financial Group is a local lender, crazy about getting you low interest rates and lower fees. I mean, these guys will go to the wall to support you and your family, just like you support your favorite teams. Give them a call today, 317-973-0122.
Bailey & Wood Financial Group, your hometown mortgage lender. Call today, 317-973-0122.
Welcome to the Bailey & Wood Financial Group halftime show. Chris Wood, Butch Zyke with you, our producer Chad Shapson tonight. And score here at halftime is Plainfield 39, Whiteland 30 of the boys' game. And again, the girls were victorious 48-37 earlier. And Butch, we really didn't get a chance to talk much about the girls' game. We got a chance to interview Coach Shipp a little bit ago and appreciate him joining us on this chaotic night. And he didn't have to do that, and a class act and taking that time, so we appreciate that. But This Lady Warrior basketball team, Butch, is now 7-1 in the year. The big negative on that would be the Center Grove game, and that's a team that you're probably going to see down the road in sectionals. But as Coach Shipp said, the team that beat them in sectionals in the championship last year, they have later in the week in Martinsville next Saturday. So kind of reflect on what you saw in that game and what stands out to you here before we transition to this boys' broadcast halftime?
Well, what I really think is important is that game against Center Grove was early in the year. I know it might have been the fourth or fifth game, but in reality, that's pretty early in the year. And I think that the Lady Warriors, have an opportunity to improve a great deal. I'm not sure that the Center Grove Trojans didn't play at the top of their game, and that, I've seen scores like that come back to haunt you in sectionals and things like that. And, those scores, who won doesn't have to win all the time. And I think that that's a situation where, Coach Shipp can use a little bit of that for motivation and get them ready for the sectional.
Getting back to this boys' game now, down 39-30 here, Butch. Real quick, and we'll take a break and look ahead at the second half here. The biggest thing Whiteland struggled with in the first half of this game?
Well, I think it's the size of Plainfield, especially on the defensive end. I think that we took some shots that I think we really had to take to see if he could block those shots. I think now, we will make probably some adjustments to that. Down on the offensive end, he was able to get the ball, and, we missed him a couple of times on what you and I would call siding him, playing him halfway. And, maybe we've got to front him and run another guy at him, off, whether that be from the top or whether that be from the weak side. But I think we've got to make him make one more pass, because I think he's hurt us inside. I think the transition that they have gotten into has, allowed them to score some points. I don't know exactly how many points have been in transition, but I'll bet it's been at least 6 or 7 points, the differential in the transition game itself.
Let's take this break here on the Bailey Wood Financial Group halftime show. Come back and we'll talk a little bit about what the keys to the game will be here in the second half for the Warriors to get back in this game here. You're listening to Whiteland Basketball here on Warrior Beat Radio. Warrior Beat Sports. Haha, there's an old one.
you're a fan. Crazy about your team, right? Well, when you need a home loan to buy or refinance, you need a lender that is passionate about helping you and your family. Bailey & Wood Financial Group is a local lender. Crazy about getting you low interest rates and lower fees. I mean, these guys will go to the wall to support you and your family, just like you support your favorite teams. Give them a call today, 317-973-0122.
Bailey & Wood Financial Group, your hometown mortgage lender. Call today, 317-973-0122.
Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beat Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, x-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists, who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Hey, you're a fan. Crazy about your team, right? Well, when you need a home loan to buy or refinance, you need a lender that is passionate about helping you and your family. Bailey & Wood Financial Group is a local lender. Crazy about getting you low interest rates and lower fees. I mean, these guys will go to the wall to support you and your family, just like you support your favorite teams. Give them a call today, 317-973-0122.
Bailey & Wood Financial Group, your hometown mortgage lender. Call today, 317-973-0122.
Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beat Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, x-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists, who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Welcome back here to the Bailey Wood Financial Group halftime show as we get ready to transition back to the Keys and more. About a minute 10 left here in halftime. And Butch, your thoughts, if you're Coach Wadsworth at halftime, what are you telling your guys as adjustments?
Well, the one thing we're going to do is we're going to try to pull the big guys out. And we're going to try to make sure that when we drive, that we don't challenge them. We want them to come up and drop it behind them. That's one thing. Number two, I want to talk to them about they've got to do a little bit better job on finding Davis. Davis hurt us in the first quarter with about 7 points in one of the runs. Third thing I want to talk to him is about is staying on the boards, not giving him any extra shots. It's got to be one and done. So.
Well, starting the second half for Plainfield is going to be Litzelman, Siegfried, Davis, Naaman, and Bizot. They're starters for the game there, and it's going to be Higdon, Hale, Weatherspoon, Neal, and Crow, our starters starting the second half as well here. So we'll see if the adjustments are made by Coach Wadsworth that need to be made here and see if they can get after this. They've been close a couple of times, then Plainfield's gone a run each time here.
And, some of those are just missed shots for us. So.
Drive there by Davis. Bush, I'm going to have you move your mic a little bit up closer to your mouth there. Perfect. Thank
Gotcha.
you, sir. That's awesome. Carter Crow back to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon drives, attacks, floats it up there, and he gets it in over Bizot. I think that's the first time tonight they've been successful with that.
That is the first basket we have gotten, on our drives when Bizot was in the game.
So on this Keys and More broadcast, it's 41-32 Plainfield over Whiteland, and Litzelman tried to get it into Bizot in the lob, and the guy's tall, but he's not 8 feet tall.
Yeah, but the one good thing is Carter Crow was in front of him. He had to throw it up over the top and not, giving him a passing lane one side or the other. So that was a nice adjustment.
Higdon, the Crow, Crow high post. Neal, little hesitation. Back to Witherspoon. Noah Hale, got Bizot on him. Hale pulls the dribble up in the paint, hits Higdon. Higdon pull up on the right wing, 17 feet, no good. Rebound by Litzelman for Plainfield to Davis. Davis to Litzelman. Litzelman's jumper on wing, no good. Nice box out there by the Warriors. Rebound by Higdon.
Once again, though, our transition defense, we gave up a wide-open shot. Can't do that.
Carter Crow's been quiet for quite a while.
Yes, he has.
Crow's three there was no good off the side of the rim. Bizot with the rebound. Bizot takes the three off the front of the rim, no good. We'll take it.
Absolutely.
As you said, Hale to Higdon.
There's a reason he's open out there.
Brennan Neal, three, right wing, baseline corner, good. Got to fix the net here. Our thanks to Center for Diagnostic Imaging for supporting all three-pointers made by your Warriors, both girls and basketball teams this year.
Well, that was a nice little run. We've got it down to 6 now. If we get a stop here, good things can happen.
41-35 is your score. Plainfield over Whiteland, 6-minute mark. Here's third quarter. Davis he's got a quick shot there. Naaman falls it right back up, no good. Siegfried goes for no good, and who's going to get it? Higdon's going to come out of it. Carter Crow got stepped on and rolled his ankle a little bit. He's trying to shake it off. He'll be fine. Higdon back out to Noah Hale.
Just have to be patient here and get us a good shot.
Keep the floor balanced. Higdon back cut to Hale. Hale goes up, good. Nice little play there, Butch.
Just exactly what we said. Just, Higdon drives. Bizot comes out, dumps it, and we get a layup. Nice job by the kids. Nice job by, Coach Wadsworth.
And we're going to take this timeout as well. 41-37 was 9 at halftime. 41-37, 5:26 left here, third quarter. Whiteland basketball on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
With only one key or remote and want a second or third, but you don't want to wait hours at a dealership to pay outrageous prices? Then give Keys and More a call at 317-504-9793. Keys and More has a variety of services for you at amazing prices. We can create lost keys, remotes, or proximity keys, duplicate current keys, provide 24-hour lockout services, and even snowplow services. Remember, Keys and More, 317-504-9793.
Welcome back here on the Keys and More in-game broadcast. Chris Wood, Butch Syke, our producer Chad Shapson with you tonight. 41-37 as Butch said off the air. In 2.5 minutes, Butch, the Warriors have cut this lead by 5 points.
Yeah, we'll take another 2.5 minutes like that and see what can happen.
Now we can see if we can sustain it and not let them get it back.
I just think everything we did in that 2.5 minutes is just like the things that we talked about.
Bizot gets in and he gets hacked on the hand by Crow. That was a nice little power move by him.
It was. You know what? Carter Crow did everything he could do.
Yes.
I mean, he had him fronted on the one side. They swung the ball. He got back on, tried to get back on top, and Bizot held him like he should, and they get the ball into him. But he was doing everything he could to, defend the big guy.
Bizot knocks down the first one. That foul is on Riley Higgin, though, Butch. That's his third.
Well, they gave it to Riley instead of Carter.
Yep, they gave it to Riley.
Yeah. As long as Riley knows that, we're okay.
As long as Coach Wadsworth knows that, we're okay. Higdon goes up, no good. Rebound by Siegfried. Siegfried coast to coast.
There's a perfect example of how a wild shot causes a basket on the other side. We tried to challenge Bizot and wasn't very successful.
Higdon to Witherspoon. Our thanks to those who are watching this on Twitter, Periscope, and on YouTube. This is where all the games will be. Nice shot fake and drive by Noah Hill, but it's deflected there by the big guy, Bizot. Litzelman drives, and this foul is going to be on Brennan Neal, or should be. 44-37. It's on Brennan Neal. His second, the second for Warriors this half.
We kind of lost our aggressiveness in going to the basket at appropriate times.
So Litzelman at the line. His first free throw is up and good. So just like that, Butch is back up to 8. 45-37. Luke Helton checking in for Noah Hale.
And I think that substitution is made so that we can get maybe a little bit better offensive player. Obviously not as good a defensive player.
Gives you another shooter out there. Luke Helton, right wing jumper, knocked it down, as you say, sir. Got to fix that net once again, 46-39.
You know,
just put the peach baskets up there. We don't have to have the nets.
I don't remember, you know, in the recent times where we've had to fix nets. You know, that's what anti-flip nets are. Yeah.
Davis to Boer. Boer to Siegfried. Good ball movement that possession, 48-39.
And lost somebody.
Helton, left wing 3, rolls in and out, no good. Rebound by Boer for Plainfield. Nice find to Siegfried. That's impressive no matter what. Coach Wadler's going to take a full timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. Leads up to 11, 50-39, 3:43 left here in the third after the Coach Wadsworth timeout here on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
Looking for the fastest internet? Then call Kevin Hood of MetroNet at 317-908-4635. Kevin Hood believes that honesty and loyalty are important when developing a relationship with a new customer. He won't put the typical salesman pressure on you. He's polite and very respectful. Kevin Hood has helped more than 1,000 people in Franklin, Whiteland, and Greenwood get the best deals MetroNet offers. Look him up on the app nextdoor.com and see all the positive reviews people give him. Call Kevin Hood of MetroNet today at 317-908-4635 to get the best deals, including 100% fiber optic internet and TV today.
VIP. Let's kick it.
Welcome back here to the Keys and More in-game broadcast. Chris Wood, Butch Dyke with you. My thanks to Butch for joining us tonight for both these broadcasts, as well as the job being done by producer Chad Shapson tonight. And thanks for watching us here on YouTube and or on Twitter Periscope. Check it out on your TV, guys. Look pretty good in my 4K 65-inch on the YouTube app, which is one of the reasons why we added YouTube, Butch, is just because the resolution stays more consistent on the big screens that way. But anyway, check it out sometime. I know a lot of you love the Facebook live feed, but there's a lot of hang-ups in doing it that way, so we kind of backed off that one and make sure everybody knows we're here. Whiteland ball, 50-39, 3:38 left here in the third quarter. Higdon, pull-up jumper off that right elbow, and it's air ball. That was a bad shot.
I was going to say, I think Mizzou got it. I think he, blocked a little of it. So
I'd hope so.
Yeah, because the ball, the arc changed on it. So it looked like it changed directions.
Litzelman to Boer. Boer trying to get to Siegfried. A little deflection there, but Siegfried gets it. Davis travels. Got those feet moving before he had the ball on the floor.
That's a nice job defensively out of the timeout by the Warriors. Coming out, causing a turnover because we need to get some stops down 11.
Down 11, 3:11 left in the game, in the half here. Nick Inger checking in for Whiteland also at that timeout. Crow to Weatherspoon in the middle. Chase Ferguson also checked in, so a host of new Warriors here in this situation. Crow in the mid-post. Turnaround jumper, nice play by Carter Crow.
Nice left-handed little, baby hook.
Carter Crow has given me little visions of an earlier Mike Valle as a freshman, sophomore. If you remember, Mike Valle is a younger player.
Yeah, Mike Valle was a good 4-year player for the Warriors. I enjoyed watching him play.
Siegfried. And he played just because he loved it. I don't think he's playing in college. I think he just wanted to do it because he enjoyed the game. Last I knew, he wasn't playing in college. I may be wrong on that. If somebody knows, please email me at warriorbeatsports@cpcsc and let me know, please.
That's exactly what I was told, too, is that he is not playing in college. One of the interesting things, they have switched people, defensively Plainfield has. Bizot is not guarding Luke Helton anymore. He's went over and guarded.
Nick Inger drove baseline there off the side of the backboard there. 50-41. Bizot goes all the way coast to coast. Siegfried puts it back in. Siegfried's a pretty impressive player also.
He is.
Brendan Neal was talking about him and some of the stuff Coach had talked about prep-wise and said that he and Bizot were the two guys they had to prepare for. And you can see why.
Yeah. And I can see that Bizot takes what they think is one of the weaker offensive players so he can stay in the middle.
So what do you think it's going to take to get Ken Sears and Todd Croy to get us a nice little media row like this at the top of Glen Ray?
Oh, I just think that you just tell him to do it. And, tell Todd that that's what's wanted, and he'll do it.
If Bill Hogue was still around, Adam Webb probably do it for me as well. Get them to build something for us.
Actually there was something like this on the first row right behind the scores table.
Yep.
And there was one right there. And with just basically a shelf and everything else that you needed to have. But back in the day, they wanted it down there on the floor. Wanted to be close to the action.
I like being close because I'm getting that age where my glasses play mind tricks with me sometimes. But
right.
It's also very nice to be up here and see everything fully as well. That foul was on Bizot, his first. Gavin Bizot, his first. 50-43 is the score here. Plainfield lead, 1:15 left here in the third. Nick Anger, a little drive, kick out to Chase Ferguson to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon pulls it back out. Now he pulls that three. That's a scary three. Not real organized in that shot attempt, I feel like. Siegfried goes all the way, and he flushes it.
We have trouble.
He's got some hops.
We have trouble catching up with him. On any time that they've gotten transition, he seems to be the one that's gotten the basket.
52-43 now after the Siegfried dunk. 49 seconds left here, and the 185 Promotions and Apparel third quarter summary. To me, it's going to be one thing. Every time we've made a run, just like the game, Plainfield has had has a response each time and actually got it up to the largest lead of 11 of the game.
And we've got to make sure that we don't let them get on another little run here and get us out of the game. This is a big, couple of minutes here.
Brendan Neal's three, no good. Rebound by Luke Helton and the Carter Crow. Crow turns around and gets blocked. Chase Ferguson tried to chase down Camp. And the foul's going to be on Neal. I believe that's going to be his third. One of the things that I have always remembered about a Coach Wadsworth coach team, with the exception of his first year and trying to get his system into place, has been how much this is a team that makes second half runs late third, early fourth. And if they get it down to 5 or 6 by the 4 or 5 minute mark of the fourth quarter, after having a double-digit deficit, it usually turns out pretty good or it's a heck of a finish.
Right.
And they're trying to make that happen tonight.
Yeah, and Coach Wadsworth just made a really nice substitution. Got Neal out in the last 30 seconds, in a defensive situation since he had 3 fouls.
Yep. Third on the Warriors. 13 foul on the Warriors. Third on Neal, as Butch said. 30 seconds left here. Looks like Plainfield's going to go for the last shot. Naaman with the ball to Davis. Guarded by Anger. 13 seconds left in that clock. Could have swore he just carried in that move, but they didn't call it. One day that would have been a call. Davis' shot, no good. Crow to Higdon, 2-1. Higdon heaves it off the top of the backboard, no good. So the score after threes, 52-43 Plainfield. 9-point advantage for the Quakers as we head in here to the fourth quarter of the Keys and Morning Game broadcast. Back here in just a second here on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Welcome back here in the Keys and Morning Game broadcast. Chris Wood, Butch Zyke with you here for Game 2 of the evening in the Mid-State Girls-Boys doubleheader here at Plainfield. Your girls won 48-37 in the first game of the evening In this game, your Warriors trail Plainfield 52-43 as we go in here to begin the fourth quarter. For your Warriors starting this quarter, it's going to be Nick Anger, Brendan Neal, Chase Ferguson, Carter Crow, and Riley Higdon. Brendan Neal and Riley Higdon both with 3 fouls, Butch. As we begin this final quarter and see what the Warriors need to do to get back in this game, those guys are going to have to be on the floor.
They're going to have to be on the floor. You've got to have your scorers. You've got to have your best defensive players. So those people have to play.
Hagan, a little high screen to the right there to Crow. Crow back to the left side to Neal. Boer, Davis, Litzelman, Bizot, Siegfried. All in the game for Plainfield to start the fourth quarter. And the foul is on Bizot, his second. We'll see if we can get 3 more here quickly on him. Maybe wishful thinking. But Chase Ferguson goes to the free throw line here. Chase's first free throw is long off the back of the rim.
You know, Chase did a nice job there. He took the shot, went after it, got the rebound, put it back up, and drew the foul. Now we just got to get a point out of it now.
Chase's second with nothing but net. Nice shot by him, 52-44. I think these first 2 minutes are critical.
Yes.
Ball over to Davis, to Bizot, free throw line area. Higdon almost got it. Siegfried travels. He knew that one. He didn't complain on that one.
No. I think we just stay with him, defensively. They'll make enough mistakes to get us back in the ball game.
So Higdon floats to the right in front of Coach Wadsworth there. Now he drives, hits Crow, left baseline jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Ferguson puts it back in on a weak side rebound. 52-46, 7:07 left.
Little sophomore Chase Ferguson helping a little bit.
Stay down, Chase.
Gets back in.
Nice job, Chase Ferguson. That should be off of him. And it is. Nice job by Chase getting the ball deflected off Gavin Bizot's leg there.
Let me, jinx something again. The officials have really done a nice job for the first 3.5 quarters. And, now they'll probably El Stinko, but they've really done a pretty good job. This is a veteran crew.
Yes, I remember. I've seen all these guys multiple times. Higdon got down there in no man's land, had nowhere to go with to try to get to Neal. Bizot goes to the flush, can't get it. Put back up by Litzelman, no good, and we're going to have a foul on Siegfried, and Siegfried needs to be quiet here.
Yeah. That is just good hustle by the Warriors. And, they missed a layup, and that's just staying after it because you never know what's going to happen.
52-46. Your Warriors trail by 6. 6:30 left here in the game. Stay tuned for a very short post-game show as everyone needs to head back out to the south side. And it's been 2 games, folks. I'll be honest. I'm going to be ready to go home. Travel there by Carter Crow. So you got to capitalize on each of these possessions. We didn't capitalize on that one.
Nope. We do have to make sure that every possession that we have, we at least get a shot.
Boer brings it up. Over to Litzelman. To Siegfried. Siegfried finds Bizot, a nice little curl cut from the weak block. And puts it in 54-46 Plainfield. So we don't take advantage of a run there. Higdon gets it up there. And he's going to go shoot 2.
Defensively with Bizot, we got confused down there, got in each other's way, and just gave him a wide open 2-footer.
That foul is on Aiden Boer, his 4th, the 5th on the Quakers this half. Higdon's first is good. Down to 7, 54-47. Cameron Schurig checks in the game for Boer for Plainfield. Higdon knocks down the second.
Great opportunity for us here to make a stop, and we can get right back, in and make this a little tougher game. It's a lot easier to shoot when you're up 6 as opposed to when you're up 2 or 3.
Davis drives in the paint. Little hop. There'll be a foul on the ground, on the floor here. On Nick Inger is the foul. his first. Elijah Witherspoon checks in for Nick Anger. Litzelman to check it in, throw it in, get to the Bizot, excuse me, and that was like a man amongst the boy there height-wise.
That's a offensive out-of-bounds play. It is difficult for us to guard.
And not a well-organized offensive set there because Witherspoon and Hayden ran each other. Then Witherspoon drove baseline and didn't have her to go with it and got it to Ferguson. Ferguson went up with it. Crow air ball there. You're going to have a foul on Brendan Neal. That's going to be number 4 on Brendan Neal. With 5:23 left, Brendan Neal is going to get his 4th team foul, or 4th personal foul.
84 feet from the basket.
It's the second of 3 games this season so far that Brendan Neal has gotten a 4th foul far away, an average of 82 feet away from their buckets. That 4th foul's occurred.
Those are never good fouls, let alone being your 4th with 5 minutes to go.
So Litzman brings it up, guarded by Higgin, who also has 3 for Whiteland. That's the 15th foul on Whiteland to add to that. 5:12 left. Steal by Higgin. Ferguson running down the middle there. Higgin cuts to the court to the middle. Finds Ferguson up and in. Nice job by Chase running the floor. Nice job by Higgin finding him, Butch.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's just exactly what we talked about, penetrating and finding the people when they come after you.
Chase Ferguson has been very scrappy defensively. And said I had him in 8th grade. He was my guy that I put as the go-to stopper, somebody defensively.
Well, you can tell he concentrates on defense. He's physical, and that's the important thing.
Ball into Davis. Davis over to Bizot. Shoot it. To Schurig. Back to Siegfried. To Litzelman. To Davis. To Bizot. Bizot, a little up and under scoop shot. And he gets it back. And Crow was straight up, but Bizot had to kind of come back and up and in and didn't give him space, I guess.
Yeah, and I think Bizot,
tough foul.
I think Bizot walked before, when
he
he put
may
the ball
have,
up
yes.
there. But we just got to overcome that. We're down 9.
How many times, though, Butch, have we made a little run to get it to 6? I think it was 5 once. We got down to 4 in a 5-0 run to begin the half. And how many times has Plainfield had an answer for a run that we've had? And a run has been 4 points for us, except for one time at the beginning of the half.
Yeah. And those are the things that win ball games for you. When you can stop the other team's run by, extending one on yours.
So Higdon misses the first. That foul was on Cameron Schurig for Plainfield, his 3rd. The 6th on Plainfield. From everything this point forward is 1 and a bonus for both teams. Higdon's 2nd is good. Makes it 59-51, 4:25 left.
Looks like we're extending the pressure here a little bit.
Higdon's got those 3. That makes me nervous doing that.
Yeah. And he just picked up his 4th.
And speaking of number 4, Brendan Neal's coming back in after receiving his 4th a couple minutes ago. But Coach Wadsworth has no choice but to get him on the floor. They're going to have a chance to come back in this game as one of the key guys to look at.
He's got to keep him and Higdon both on the floor with the 4 fouls. You got 4 minutes to go. You got to get everything you can out of them because they're not going to score over on the bench.
Litzelman's free throw is good. Makes it 60-51 with 4:17 left in the regulation. Plainfield is in the bonus from this point forward. Litzelman's 2nd free throw is nothing but net. Makes it 61-51. Hagan floats on middle to the right to Neal. Screen by Ferguson. Neal goes up and gets it in. Nice take to the bucket. Coach Wadsworth takes that timeout. Be a 30-second. We're going to keep it here. I want to thank the sponsors of Warrior Beat Sports Network broadcasts this year, specifically Sports Plus, Bailey Wood Financial Group, Ray Skillman Auto Group, the Center for Diagnostic Imaging, Warner Eye Care, 185 Promotions, Dr. Kurt Harris, and the Central Indiana Chiropractic Center. Keys and more, Ron Wallman of the Horace Mann Companies and Kevin Hood of MetroNet Communications in Franklin. Three-pointers are sponsored again by Center for Diagnostic Imaging. Game recap sponsored by 185 Promotions and Apparel. And timeouts are sponsored by Ron Wallman. So thank you for sponsoring this timeout, Ron Wallman, if I can speak tonight, of the Horace Mann Companies. Thank you to all of you who make these broadcasts possible. As we do the 185 Promotions and Apparel game recap for this fourth quarter early here. Butch, your thoughts on, if you could say 10 words or less, that'd be the summary of what the game was. It's an 8-point deficit for the Warriors. What would it be?
Well, I think it's their length. I think we have to, gamble a little bit here and try to get some turnovers. And it looks like that's what the coach is doing with a little 1-2-2 3/4 court trap. But something that, Plainfield put Bizot, the 6'11" kid, out on top, and he just threw it over everybody.
Whiteland went back to man in the half-court situation there. Siegfried guarded by Ferguson. Chase Ferguson getting a lot of time here in the second half, and he's earned it. Chase almost got his hand in the pocket on that one as well. Bizot. And foul's going to be on Chase Ferguson. He's going to make him earn it if he's going to get it.
He was definitely going to get 2 anyway.
Yep.
So that was a good foul. The other reason it's a good foul, the clock is stopped. And hopefully he'll miss a couple free throws here.
So Bizot hits the first. And the second one rolls out, 62-53. Higdon drives in the paint, little up and under, finds Chase Ferguson. Ferguson goes up amongst the trees. Can't get it. Gavin Bizot with the rebound here, brings it all the way up the floor. He's got pretty good ball handling skills there, Butch.
I tell you what, I can understand why he's a Division I player. He plays out on the floor really, really well.
Higdon, nice find to Chase Ferguson, 62-55. Down 7. Still got a shot here.
Absolutely.
Coach Wadge was over there saying, let's go. This thing is not over. We'll take this timeout here on the broadcast. The timeout, it's full timeout here. 62-55, 2:53 left is your score here with, like I said, 2:53 left here. Here in a second here on Warrior Beat Sports. Back here in just a second. I mean, that made sense to you guys. It's been a long night.
185 Promotions is a proud supporter of Whiteland Warrior Athletics and Warrior Beat Sports Network. Looking for screen printing, embroidery, awards, name tags, t-shirts, custom hats, you name it, we have it all. 185 Promotions is your premier source of unique and captivating promotional products and apparel. 185 Promotions excels at spiritwear programs, corporate web stores, and concepting the things that don't even exist in our catalogs. We are committed to the best services and products for our clients. Call Carmen Parker, your ambassador fund, today at 317-258-8128 to discuss your promo needs. Go Warriors!
Welcome back here to the Warrior Beat Sports Network broadcast of your Whiteland Warriors boys basketball team as they trail Plainfield 62-55. Here, 2:53 left in this broadcast. Chris Wood, Butch Zyke with me tonight, and producer Chad Shapson with you. Stay tuned for a abbreviated Ray Skill and Auto Group post-game show tonight. That's the game number 2 here. Plainfield called that timeout. They have 3 left. Whiteland has 1 left here, Butch.
Yeah, we've got to get almost had a turnover there. We've got to get a turnover.
Travel! Sorry.
Yep, got to get a turnover, and can't do that.
Oh, blocked by Chase Ferguson. Chase defensively this quarter and really this half has played very well.
Gotten his hands on the ball a lot. And we've got to hit a 3 here, pretty soon.
He's brought some physicality to this team defensively that we haven't had.
Yeah.
Out of control in the pass there. So can't capitalize once again.
Yeah. I think Chase, if he had went to the basket there a little quicker, the pass would have been there. There we go with our 1-2-2.
Boer back in the game to Bizot. Bizot brings it, kicks it out to Davis. Back to Boer. 2:10 left here in fourth quarter action. Back to Davis. Davis hits Siegfried. Litzelman looking down low, can't. Brendan Neal almost got that or got his fifth foul, one of the two out of that situation, but they didn't call either, which is, I guess, good. Boer to Pizzo. It's going to be on Brendan Neal.
No, it's going to be on
Weatherspoon?
Weatherspoon, I believe.
Yep.
And I think
we'll take that over the other option.
Yeah, he was just a half step off. I mean, he had nice anticipation, saw the backdoor cut, just got there just a hair late.
So Owen Litzelman at the line for the Quakers, and he misses it. 62-55. Are you surprised that Plainfield put no one on the line at all?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think that's a little early not to put anyone on that line because a lot of things can happen.
Crow to Ferguson, who drives, goes down to Bizot. Ferguson goes up, doesn't go in. Higdon battles for it. Siegfried's got it here. The Seaver going to take it all the way in. He's going to do his little Euro move, and he gets it. 64-55, Butch. Not looking good.
What a big possession that was. You know, it was a 4-point possession.
Higdon comes right back and right amongst the trees and knocks it down in the paint. Brendan Neal fights for it, can't get it. And foul's going to be on Witherspoon.
And that 4-point possession, you know, we lost 2 and they got 2.
So Whiteland's got 1 timeout left. Plainfield has 3 here. 1:07 left here in the game.
And Plainfield's not putting anyone, you know, to get the rebound. Again, you know, I know they don't want to go over the back and foul.
Really like the setup of this gym. Very versatile during the day as well as for athletic events.
Absolutely. You know, that's what, when you build them late, you know, you can design them with a lot more things in mind than just basketball games.
Yep.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the volleyball is automatic, and this comes right down to the middle.
Yeah. That's got to be nice from a maintenance standpoint and setup, takedown standpoint.
It sure is.
So Boer knocks down the free throws, gets it back to 8, 65-57.
We don't have to have a 3, but we got to have a quick score.
Down 8, Higdon to Crow to Neal. Neal, 3 off the rim, no good. And Higdon knocks it off of Schurig for Plainfield, and so it's going to stay Whiteland ball, 56.2. Now you got to get a little quicker on your shot, down 8.
Right. And may have to have a 3. Luke
Helton. Higdon attacks. Reverse layup, out of control, no good. Bizot's going for it, and Weatherspoon was down underneath of him.
And we've got another turnover. We've got another chance.
They call a travel there on that?
They called a travel on Bizot.
Wow. Weatherspoon was underneath of him.
Yeah.
Higdon finds somebody, gets to the Crow, gets blocked by Siegfried, the guard. 42 seconds left here. Steal by Neal. Neal, shoot it. Got to shoot it. Two passes. Helton, 3, good. 65-60. And we'll take this break here as well. 65-60, 30 seconds left here. Back here in just a second here on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
Have a car with only one key or remote and want a second or third, but you don't want to wait hours at a dealership to pay outrageous prices? Then give Keys & More a call at 317-504-9793. Keys & More has a variety of services for you at amazing prices. We can create lost keys, remotes, or proximity keys, duplicate current keys, provide 24-hour lockout services, and even snowplow services. Remember, Keys & More, 317-504-9793.
Welcome back here, 65-60 on the Warrior Beat Sports Network broadcast tonight of the Keys & More in game. 65-60 your score after The big three knocked down by Luke Helton as Nick Anger has checked in the game now for Brennan Neal here. Probably for fouls to save Brennan from getting a foul here in this situation. You have to foul immediately, aren't you, Butch?
You got to foul immediately. You got to go
like
for a steal. But it's too long.
Double bonus, though. 24.7 seconds left on the clock.
Took us 6 seconds to, get the foul. And in that situation, and I'm sure Coach Wadsworth has told them many times, you go for the steal or you foul immediately.
Our thanks to the Plainfield Athletic Administration for making it possible to be here tonight by working with the Internet Technology Department to get the Internet set up here for us to work, as well as a phenomenal location for us here in the gym. So thanks to everyone there at Plainfield High School for making this possible tonight.
Just like you said, Chris, this is a great setup, a great place to watch a basketball game.
Trey Davis knocks down the second one, missed the first one at 66-60, so it's still a two-possession game. Plainfield calls this timeout, and Butch, we're going to leave it here and kind of play a little coach scenario with you here. You are Coach Wadsworth, down two possessions. If you hit 2 threes here. 24.7 seconds left. What are you telling your guys down 6 here with the ball?
Got to take the first, 3 that you can. That's what we want to do. If it's stopped, you just got to score quickly, and you got to foul quickly. And hopefully you went over it in practice. These are the kids you want to foul in these situations. Obviously, Plainfield's going to try to get the ball to Bizot because it looks like he's a pretty good free throw shooter. And, it's one of those type of things where you get a basket really quick. The ball does not come off the rim without us either fouling or it going through the basket. So, it's got to be a quick shot, quick foul, and make it into a free throw shooting contest. It doesn't make any difference you get beat by 8 or get beat by 1 or 2. You got to, give yourself a chance to win. And we have to stop the clock as much as possible.
And you have no timeouts, obviously, in this situation. So
right.
Higdon brings it up, 21 seconds left, goes all the way in, and then scores 66-62.
Find it right there.
Right there it is. Carter Crow gets Gavin Bizot with the foul here. 15.5. I wouldn't call these automatic.
No, I wouldn't.
But he's not a bad shooter.
Yeah.
But you got to foul.
Yeah, you got to foul, and that's exactly who they ran to the ball, so you had to foul him, and he's got 2.
Yes, double bonus for Gavin Bizot. That's Carter Crow's 3rd foul. Warriors are in double bonus, so this is going to be 2. Bizot's nothing but nets.
Yeah.
Back to a 5-point lead, 67-62. Perfect in the second one. That's why he's considered Indiana All-Star candidate right there, and junior All-Star last year. 68-62. Crows 3 right wing, no good. And that's going to wrap it up here if Bizot gets this, and he does. Luke Helton's going to get the foul with 5.7 seconds left. Coach Wadsworth wants the jump ball situation, but that just would give the ball back to him as well, but you're probably not thinking about that in circumstance.
No, I don't think so, and I know that he would like to have that jump ball situation. The Warriors have been in all the games. They got beat on the first game when we don't hit a shot, on the baseline.
Oh, that's right. It was one baseline shot. Was the difference.
Yes, it was a great shot. Coach Wadsworth did a great job of setting it up. We get a chance, to beat Perry. And, as long as the kids keep playing this hard, good things will happen to them later on. So
Bizot does miss the first one in that situation.
Yeah.
Gets it back to 5, 69-62, a 4-3, 2-1. Luke Helton nails it, but there's no time left. And it's going to finish up 69-65 as the final score here of this broadcast. We're going to take this timeout. We're going to transition to the Ray Skillman Auto Group post-game show. We come back, we'll quickly talk about this game and look ahead for both Whiteland teams here and wrap it up here. You're listening to Whiteland basketball. Final score 69-65. Plainfield. Back here in just a second on Warrior Beat Sports Network.
Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial of the Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Warner Eye Care is a proud supporter of the Whiteland Warriors. Located on State Road 135 and Olive Branch Road, Warner Eye Care is a convenient destination for all of your eye care needs. Warner Eye Care carries many popular glasses and sunglasses, including Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Nike, to help you see and look great. Call us today at 883-0071 or check us out at warnereyecare.com. Gift certificates are also available for your favorite referee. Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-641. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441. Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beat Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Indiana. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ray Skillman family introduces the Fiat 500 family, the 500C, the 500L, and the 500X crossover. Fun, exciting, and affordable. Up to 45 miles per gallon, starting at $16,900. Customize it yourself with Italian style at the all-new Ray Skillman Fiat South. Check us out today for sales and service on US 31 South, just minutes from anywhere in Indy.
Final score here from Plainfield High School in the second of the doubleheader between your girls and boys teams against Plainfield. Final score in the boys game, 69-65. The bad guys win the game, but you got to give them a lot of credit because they had an answer every single time Whiteland made any kind of little run. They had to run themselves to get it back up to 9 or 11 points in this game. And to me, that was the biggest difference. Is just they always had a response and had an answer every single time. Chris Wood with you, as well as Butch Zyke tonight. And Butch, kind of your reflection on that game and the story for you if you're doing a headline.
Well, I think that what I'm going to do on the headline is say something about their length. I think Gavin Bizot is obviously a Division I player. You talked about him being a possible Indiana All-Star. I couldn't imagine him not being. But the situation is he was always there to either block a shot, he was there to get a big basket, or to give one up, to one of the others. And I would say something about transition. Those are the two things that, really cost us, the ball game. I said us, cost the Warriors the ball game.
Well, the Warriors will fall to 0-3 in the season. And if you look at the record, you go, 0-3. They have been in every single game, as you kind of alluded to there in the last couple minutes of the in-game broadcast. And the reality is they're not that far away. They've played really well in most situations. This team is still trying to fill out some of the roles they have. I think they found something tonight in Chase Ferguson on the defensive end and being somebody that brings some physicality defensively to the floor. And if they can find one more score, they're not too far off.
Well, I would agree with that. This is not a team that has a lot of experience that's coming back. And, they graduated a couple of kids last year that did an awful lot for them. So I really think that as the season progresses, they'll obviously get better, and this will serve them well come sectional time.
Final score tonight, again, 69-65. And Butch, as we kind of look ahead here real quick here before we wrap up here, the boys team takes on Roncalli next Friday night at home. And as you and I were talking about off air, that is always a war between these two teams. And it's probably not going to be anything different on Friday night.
Oh, it'll be physical. Roncalli always has, really big kids usually, and they're physical. It's just going to be a battle.
Well, thanks again to everyone out there. Let's thank our sponsors of this broadcast tonight, actually broadcasts tonight: Sports Plus, Bailey & Wood Financial Group, Ray Skillman Auto Group, the Center for Diagnostic Imaging, Warner Eye Care, 185 Promotions and Apparel, Dr. Kurt Harris and Central India Chiropractic Center, Keys and more, Ron Wallman of the Horace Mann Companies, and Kevin Hood of MetroNet Communications in Franklin. My thanks to Chad Shapson for doing a phenomenal job on the production end of things tonight, and particular thanks to you, Butch, for joining me tonight. I've had an absolute blast. It's been an honor to spend this time talking to you and getting to chat a little basketball with you, and I hope you get a chance to do it again with us.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope that I get a chance to do that also. And, just something about the Roncalli game, if I can interject.
Sure.
Obviously, 50 years ago, 1967, the Warriors won a sectional. And they're going to honor that team, at during the Roncalli game. And something that people don't realize is they won a sectional in 1950. They won one in 1967. Won the next one in 1993.
Yep.
So if you look at that 67 sectional, they won one sectional in 42 years. And I know that there's going to be 7 or 8 of those guys that are going to be back, and it's going to be a nice reunion for them. And if you have any, desires to see any of those people, it would be great. And what's really amazing is both the coaches are still alive.
Wow.
And John Milholland, who is a Hall of Fame coach, and Larry Bledsoe, who was our assistant coach, both are going to be at that game. And, that's just amazing that they are in their 80s, still in good shape, and they're going to attend that game. And I think that that's really important to a lot of those players, too.
And thank you for mentioning that. And is that recognition going to be at halftime, before the beginning of the game? Do you know when they're going to do that?
It's going to be between the games. And, I thank Coach Sears. I call him Coach Sears. I still do that. Ken Sears and Todd Croy for setting that up, because I think that if you're going to have some athletic success, you have to honor the celebrations, or you have to celebrate those honors that you've had in the past. So,
well, thank you to all of them, and get out this Friday night, folks, next Friday night, and get a chance to recognize one of the special teams in Whiteland High School basketball history for what they've done for this community over the years. And I knew you had one in 93. I didn't realize it's essentially one since 67, before 93. That's I know 92 is really close because I was the other end of that with the Center Grove team that year, but with Dick Harmony as the coach. But
I'm not so sure we went better in 92 than we were in 93, but we did get it done in 93.
That was a good team you guys had. I remember those years between us. So.
It was a great team.
Again, my thanks to you, Butch. Look forward to getting a chance to work with you again. And, folks, get out there next Friday night and cheer on your Warriors. Also, the Lady Warriors Tuesday night are over at Trident Central, a 2A team, but they are the second-ranked team in the state, as well as then Saturday they will be hosting Martinsville in a rematch of the sectional game down at Martinsville last year. Again, my thanks to Chad Shapson, Butch Zyke, and everyone out there in Kyle Ship for joining us. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, everyone. And we'll listen to you again here down the road here on Warrior Beat Sports Network. Thank you, everyone.
The Ray Skillman family introduces the Fiat 500 family, the 500C, the 500L, and the 500X crossover. Fun, exciting, and affordable. Up to 45 miles per gallon, starting at $16,900. Customize it yourself with Italian style at the all-new Ray Skillman Fiat South. Check us out today for sales and service on US 31 South, just minutes from anywhere in Indy.
Sports Plus is a proud supporter of Whiteland High School athletics. Sports Plus offers custom solutions for all your sporting good needs, including embroidery, screen printing, sports apparel, and uniforms. In addition, for Whiteland High School, Sports Plus is the place to go to get your Whiteland High School athletic letter jacket. Sports Plus is located in Greenwood on Main Street. Call them today at 888-6441. Once again, that's Sports Plus at 888-6441.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ron Wallman and Wallman Financial of the Horace Mann Companies are proud partners with Whiteland Community High School. Horace Mann offers a full range of retirement insurance products with discounts provided to school employees. If you have questions regarding your 403B, 401k, IRA, or if you'd like a comparison on your auto or homeowner's insurance, then give Wallman Financial a call at 885-9859. Ron and his team will give you the attention you deserve and the service you expect. Again, call today, 885-9859. Looking for the fastest internet? Then call Kevin Hood of Metronet at 317-908-4635. Kevin Hood believes that honesty and loyalty are important when developing a relationship with a new customer. He won't put the typical salesman pressure on you. He's polite and very respectful. Kevin Hood has helped more than 1,000 people in Franklin, Whiteland, and Greenwood get the best deals Metronet offers. Look him up on the app nextdoor.com and see all the positive reviews people give him. Call Kevin Hood of Metronet today at 317-908-4635 to get the best deals, including 100% fiber optic internet and TV today.
When your health is in question, you want answers. For MRI, CT, ultrasound, bone density testing, X-ray, or other medical imaging, go where the pros go. Center for Diagnostic Imaging. CDI is the preferred MRI provider for the Indianapolis Colts. You'll get the best quality images from the best radiologists who your doctors know and trust. Ask your doctor to send you to CDI, the specialist in medical imaging. For information, visit mycdi.com. That's mycdi.com.
Hey, Warrior fans, don't touch that remote. You're watching Warrior Beat Sports Network, your place to catch all of Whiteland High School sports action.